Have you ever wondered what really gets a woman's attention in a conversation? In this video, we'll show you 8 powerful topics that will make women feel instantly connected and drawn to you. Drawing on Stoic ideas, we'll look at what topics go beyond the surface to help you have conversations that feel real and meaningful. Are you ready to find out what makes women melt? First, let's dive in. What amazing thing sustains the flame of love? In relationships, many people think that getting someone to love you is the hardest part, but that's only the start. Love isn't something you get and then forget about. How powerful are deep conversations? On autopilot. Constant care is necessary for this journey, and that's where the magic occurs. Consider it akin to tending to a fire. If you don't, it will go out, but if you do, it will burn brightly and warm everything around it. One of the most common errors is to assume that a promise completes the task. I can tell you that relationships go wrong when you think you've succeeded. Thrive because both people keep growing, not just separately but together. And no, I'm not suggesting you move every few years or chase your dreams. It's important to stay curious, set new goals as a team, and bring new energy into your shared life. Your relationship becomes more exciting and less prone to stagnation when you adapt. Ever notice how doing simple tasks can cause stress over time? You'd be surprised at how many relationships go through rough spots because of an uneven amount of daily tasks. And here's the best part. It's easier than you think to fix the problem. Don't wait until anger builds up. Instead, sit down and talk about who does what. Most importantly, be proactive. If she's been cooking a lot, don't wait for her to suggest the dishes. Instead, take the initiative and complete them yourself. This will strengthen your relationship and demonstrate your concern for her well-being. Talk about your interests and hobbies, the rest of your life together. Next, let's talk about being emotionally present. It's easy to get caught up in a routine where you're not fully present, but do you know what keeps that spark alive? Being present involves not only hearing what she says, but also actively listening, experiencing her emotions and engaging with her without attempting to solve all her problems. Sometimes all she needs is your attention and patience. When you show genuine interest, you build a connection so deep. There is value in silence, and we can't skip over faith. The essence of all enduring love stories is being consistent, dependable, and keeping your little promises. You don't have to be perfect. Makes her feel safe. When you confront life's challenges together, it strengthens your bond, making that trust unbreakable. Humor serves as a crucial element that maintains a sense of lightness even when life becomes heavy, as it often does. Being able to share a laugh changes everything. Nothing is more important than facing the difficult things in your heart with a smile, knowing that you can do anything as a team. Laughter eases stress, makes tough times bearable, and tells you that happiness is always there. Inside reach out, even on the worst days. Ultimately, daily work builds relationships. It's about growth, emotional support, and building a strong foundation of trust. As Will Smith said so strongly, being realistic is the most common road to mediocrity. Why be normal when you can be extraordinary? Love evolves over time, so why should your efforts be static? Remember number 2, keep growing and being there for each other, and your love will not only last, it will grow in every exchange. Make it possible for her to chase you. Being challenging in a relationship doesn't mean putting space between you or acting like you don't care. Talk to the real, engage in a conversation with the real. There's something exciting about the chase that makes the attraction stronger, and giving her a little room to think about you will make this stronger. If you text her constantly from the beginning, she won't have time to show interest in you or question your availability. She might miss the hint that sparks attraction. Your attention is valuable. Don't devalue it by giving it away too easily or too soon. If withholding your attention causes you discomfort, it may indicate a belief that merits further exploration. A healthy relationship thrives on a balance between warmth and mystery. Here are 3 useful ways to find this balance while you're dating. When you see her, truly compliment her but add a bit of humor. For example, instead of just telling her, "You look great," Say something fun. With this push-pull method, you'd say something like, "You're really beautiful. Too bad." And then gently tease them. A mischievous smile is magnetic. It makes you feel like you've earned her attention and makes things a little more interesting. If she asks you for a small favor, make a lighthearted request in return. This doesn't make you demanding. Instead, it gives her a sense of contributing to the connection. It's a playful exchange that lets her know she's welcome to interact with you in a relaxed, balanced way. After a wonderful date, send a simple thank you text that says something like, "Thanks for a lovely evening." This short, sincere message lets her know you enjoyed her company without giving her too much attention. Don't start a long conversation right away. Instead, let her feel a little curious and give her the chance to reach out. Imagine if you answered every text right away. There would be nothing left to look forward to, like opening all your Christmas presents. Allow her time to think about how she feels about you between conversations. This can increase her attraction and help her connect at her own pace. If she wants to meet up, that's great. Always say yes. If she asks you to hang out and you're busy, just say, "I'm busy tonight, but I'd like to." Share stories about your own growth. "I'd love to meet up with you tomorrow at 8 p.m. How does that sound? Repeat this process until she starts to bring up the idea of a relationship. Let her pursue you by resisting the urge to text her all the time or ask her out right away. Going slow helps her feelings for you grow stronger. Actually, this method works because she's less likely to lose interest in you when she's after you. She is interested in what you have to say. Inner strength. Your choices and challenges show these traits every time you act. If they don't show interest, the attraction fades away. This simple but powerful rule can help your dating life. Remember that it can take months of dating before she really feels love or deep, ongoing interest, so take your time and let her figure things out at her own pace. If she really likes you, your thoughts after the first date might be similar to hers after 3 or more dates. Be patient and let her grow at her own pace. Number 8. What keeps the light of WoW burning? Isn't number 6 love? Treat a friendship with respect by honoring it. In a long-term relationship, respect means building a base of trust, honesty, and patience. It's not just about staying out of fights and arguments. It means genuinely appreciating each other's feelings, thoughts, and unique qualities. Warren Buffett asserts that one must earn respect, not impose it. This kind of respect makes both people in a relationship feel valued and seen. But how can you show respect in a way that makes your partner feel like they really matter? Your partner suggests an idea you don't think will work. What's your first thought? Do you laugh it off or brush it off? Instead, try replying with support. "That sounds interesting. Let's look into it together." This answer doesn't just show that you value her ideas, it also backs up her excitement. True value lies not in unanimous agreement, but in the assurance that your ideas will not face ridicule. Think about how you'd feel if she brushed off something important to you. Respect is a two-way street. Every time you talk to someone, show respect by dealing with problems and arguments. It's polite to listen without talking over her or trying to solve her problem right away. As the saying goes, listen to understand, not to reply. Talk about your life goals and aspirations right away with solutions that can seem rude. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Or, how can I best help you? By creating a safe space for her to fully express herself, you establish a connection that affirms her value as an equal. Giving her this room can be very helpful, because women often work through their feelings by saying them out loud. Additionally, refrain from offering advice when she expresses stress or frustration. Saying something like, "I believe in you," or "I know you'll figure it out," will boost her confidence without getting in the way of her work. Research in psychology has shown that trust and support from a partner are important for keeping positive relationships that last. Show her that you respect her ability to solve her own problems. Instead of putting her down, you give her strength. Think about normal times, like when you're out with her. It shows respect to be present and not look away or talk about other women. How would you feel if she did that to other men? Wouldn't it hurt? Being present shows you respect her, even if you have other priorities. It shows that she is your focus. Giving her this much care makes your relationship stronger and makes her feel like she's number 4. Keep things positive. Maintaining long-lasting relationships is crucial. Taking care of long-lasting relationships is crucial. Active attention is the key to keeping your partner interested, especially as the relationship grows. However, this is where many men go wrong. They stop putting in as much effort once the relationship is stable. If you want to keep her in love with you, you need to keep dating her, give her positive, consistent attention, and invest in the emotional bond that makes her feel cherished. Never stop taking her out just because you're together. Too often, men stop dating their partners and wonder why they seem distant or unhappy. These feelings don't happen overnight. They build up over time, no matter how busy life gets or how many responsibilities pile up. Set aside time for date nights and remember to enjoy each other's company, just like you did at the beginning. Open up and show that you're weak. If she has a better idea for an activity, go with it. When she needs your full attention, listen. When she's talking, even if it's only for a few seconds, notice her new shoes or the story she's excited about before going back to what you were doing. These little bits of positive attention show her you value and appreciate her. If she brings up a serious issue and you're busy, be honest and suggest a time when you'll be free to discuss it. It's free in 40 minutes. This effectively communicates to her that she is worthy of your undivided attention and establishes a boundary for our conversation. Remember that the basics still matter. A heartfelt please and thank you. Good morning and night. Small spot. These kinds of positive behaviors always lead to more relationship happiness than just staying away from negative behaviors. The presence of positive acts is more important than the absence of negative ones. Treat her the same way you did when you first started dating her, and keep up that energy for as long as you can. If you weren't doing this on your first date, you might want to start now by giving her your positive attention. You'll be setting the stage for her to stay interested. Keep the fire going. Stay alive by being present, being spontaneous, and appreciating the small things. When you give her your full attention, you're investing in a future full of love and connection. Number 6. Honor a 5 on her test. Inner strength, that remarkable power to say no when it truly matters to stand up and speak your own mind, even if it diverges from the crowd, and to walk away unapologetically when necessary. It may not sound romantic, but when she senses deeply and subconsciously that you can let go and still be whole, that you are complete and self-sufficient, she may actually find herself more drawn to you when you genuinely care about her. Respecting your own voice, especially when it differs from hers, is essential. Agreeing to disagree without diminishing or dismissing her is powerful. It shows a deep sense of inner strength, something she can genuinely trust, and yes, if she's interested, she may test that resolve. Maybe she'll casually bring up other men, and let's be real. Not all of these comments are unintentional. Consciously or unconsciously, she's observing, testing your reaction. If you remain calm, if you don't let jealousy cloud your response, you demonstrate a rare, powerful inner calm. That stillness says more than words ever could. Remember that real power lies within, not outside of 6. Talk about your travels and how you see the world. Fear, doubt, and jealousy are fleeting emotions. Don't let them tell you what to do. Many people find this unwavering calm irresistible. Sometimes it's about being strong enough to say no when you need to, not to push her away, but to show her that you are independent and that your life isn't based on her approval. This balanced strength, the ability to refuse, conveys a powerful message. It shows her that you are a strong, independent man. In a strange way, her short-term resistance might just lead to a deeper respect and love for her. If you think she's being unreasonable, tell her in a kind way, maybe even with a smile. The way you handle those situations significantly influences the outcome. Help her without being mean, and show her that you're emotionally stable, which she will really value. A woman wants to know that when she's feeling stressed, she has someone calm and solid by her side. If she walks away or acts in ways that cross your boundaries, Don't let your desperation get the best of you. Tell her how you feel and then move on, rooted in your own self-worth. This confidence isn't just about being attractive, it's about building your own self-respect. It tells her and you that you have the power to create emotional stability and be whole on your own. When you stand tall and confident, you build real self-respect that is strong and attractive. Her first interest. It may grow into something more serious. Remember that the tests she may give you aren't problems. There are opportunities to enhance not only your relationship with her, but also your relationship with yourself. Number 5. Keep the number 6 good. Women make choices about what defines beauty. Choice ahead of time. Imagine you're sitting in your favorite bar, enjoying a drink, when a beautiful woman with brown hair and a dress that catches the light walks in. She has an air of ease about her that makes you feel good. But there's a catch. There are 4 well-dressed men in suits around her. Does this add to her appeal to most people? Probably not. This observation provides a fascinating insight into the phenomenon known as pre-election, explaining why it often impacts men and women differently. Seeing a woman with other men around her doesn't always make her more attractive, but when women see you, something interesting happens. 7. They can discuss family and values with attractive or similar women. It's like their subconscious wakes up, almost as if their instincts send out a magnetic pull. But why does a woman become more interested in you when she thinks you already have the attention of other attractive women? It comes from psychology. Women are usually interested in traits that show inner strength, emotional stability, and confidence. These aren't always simple to pick up on in a short conversation. Men, on the other hand, tend to focus on visual cues like youth and health, which are easier to see right away. This means that a woman's criteria for attraction can be more complicated, and often, you must conduct a thorough examination to determine your compliance with the standards. Think of her interest and attraction as a set of subtle tests to see how you handle different situations. They're not just for fun, they're her way of seeing how you handle things. All of these grace tests must be passed to be with her. As her attraction grows, it turns into a real bond. Pre-select occurs when you demonstrate qualities she values without explicitly stating them. If she sees that other women of her caliber are interested in you, she may let go of some of those subconscious tests. Her mind assumed that if these other women admired him, he must have already fulfilled their expectations. There's a bit of subtle competition going on here too. It's a way for her to quickly determine if you possess the traits she wants, without having to check each one individually. The thought that other women want you might make her curious, like, oh, he's someone worth chasing. If she thinks that other women want you, her interest will naturally grow, because she will feel like you're a prize worth winning. So let's say you're interested in her and know that other attractive women also like you. What should you do next? This is the place where maintaining high standards is important. When you act like you have choices without bragging about it. You're subtly telling her that you're a valuable partner even if you're not saying it out loud. Establish a lifestyle that brings you joy and enables you to connect with others. Adopting silence and being present with others and doing social activities that create an air of choice can reignite the spark in a relationship that feels like it's fading. You could casually bring up the idea of pre-election by saying something like, "Remember that friend we ran into at the theater? She texted me about getting coffee." You're merely drawing her attention to the impact of pre-selection on attractiveness. Think about what might happen if you built a life that made people naturally interested in you. How might this change things? It's not just about how dates function, but also about how you feel about your own self-worth and happiness. It's not about pretending not to care or playing games. It's about living in a way that shows inner strength and emotional stability, the very traits that attract real people. So keep asking yourself, how can the power of pre-election work for me? What parts of this subtle psychology can I use in my relationships and on my path to self-improvement? It's an intriguing way to find out more about yourself, and it could lead to connections that are both deeply important and naturally magnetic. She tested her inner strength from the 4th position. First, talk about physical attraction. Imagine this. Women don't judge physical attraction the same way men do. When a woman first sees you, she notices a multitude of factors, many of which you might not even consider. It's not just how you look, it's how you carry yourself, your sense of style, and, most importantly, how naturally comfortable and true to yourself you are in your own skin. She is reading your body language, taking note of the ease in your tone and the strength in your eye contact. She wants to catch a glimpse of your health and energy. Speaking with you in confidence and maintaining a calm demeanor without ostentation requires more than mere physical appearance. This adds a level of social status that you might not even be aware of, making things even more interesting. It's interesting that she often subconsciously sees how many other women may find you attractive. This is called pre-election. Although it may seem complex, she is merely attempting to determine whether you possess traits that other women find appealing, which could potentially heighten her interest in you. Remember that the meeting's location, time, and atmosphere affect her first impression. Additionally, your inherent physical characteristics and unchangeable aspects of yourself also contribute to her initial attraction. So what really interests her? While youth and having children may hold significant importance for men, these traits hold less importance for women. Women are more interested in a broader range of traits that indicate a deeper level of attraction. The positive news is that you can work on most of these initial attraction factors right now. With a little intention, you can elevate the way you show up. But here's where the real magic lies. If you want to build a lasting relationship where she feels deeply and genuinely connected, that initial spark has to grow. For example, let's say she meets two equally attractive versions of you, but she falls for one and doesn't care about the other. What is it about one that makes her want to know more and creates that undeniable connection? That's where the real work starts. It's about having traits that make people feel something deeper. While attraction can lead to opportunities, the true magic occurs when you cultivate something genuine and significant. Number 2. Self-worth. Why is number 8 important to you? The secret of natural attraction. Your actions should demonstrate your deep self-respect, a trait of high intrinsic value. A lot of people, especially men who are learning self-respect, worry that building their confidence will make them look cocky. This is a common fear, but there is a crucial distinction to be made. Pride tells me that no one else can compare to me. Putting others down to boost your own self-esteem is a common way to do it. True self-esteem, on the other hand, means accepting yourself as you are and not comparing yourself to others. When you adopt this mindset, your value becomes independent of others and emerges organically. This quiet confidence attracts attractive people, especially those who value emotional depth. They tend to see you as you see yourself. Your deeds, not just your words, show how much you value yourself. When you believe in your own worth, your self-esteem goes up, and when your actions match that worth, your self-esteem goes even higher. Don't beg her to like you. Most men want approval. Instead, express selective interest in her. This demonstrates your appreciation for her meeting your standards, a trait that is highly attractive. Encourage her, but also show her why she should want you. Show that you're looking for a great match by not trying to look better than her, but by really appreciating yourself and knowing what qualities you want in a partner. If she challenges you, respond with a smile and lines like, "You're too cute. Thank you so much." Accepting playful teasing demonstrates your confidence and sense of humor, two traits that naturally attract others. Keep your confidence steady and cool. When she talks, pause for a few seconds. This often makes her want to talk more. The more she talks and feels heard without pressure, the more comfortable and drawn to you she'll become. Encourage her to talk more in the beginning. This subtle change in dynamic reflects her attempt to impress you. Ask open-ended questions like, "What do you love doing the most?" This allows her to express her values and interests while also demonstrating your interest in her. When she talks about something personal, respond positively, even if you don't fully agree. Don't downplay it. Saying something neutral like, "That's interesting," shows that you accept her, which makes her feel safe and reinforces your image as someone who is sure of themselves and desired. High intrinsic value fosters confidence without comparison, allowing you to carry yourself as exceptional without feeling superior. This is authentic. When you truly believe in your value, others, especially those with romantic interest, will notice. As Ralph Waldo Emerson famously said, being yourself in a world that constantly strives to transform you into someone else is the greatest accomplishment in dating and relationships. Embracing yourself goes beyond embodying high intrinsic value. Final thoughts and takeaways. Thank you for watching. By focusing on these 8 meaningful conversation topics, you're not only deepening your connections but also showing women a side of you that is genuine and thoughtful. When you create space for these kinds of conversations, you allow relationships to grow with authenticity and respect, qualities valued in both Stoic outro and call to action philosophy and real connection. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more on Stoicism, relationships, and personal growth. Always remember, having a genuine conversation is the most effective way to connect with someone. Next video will be up soon.